Hello there. What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be unboxing Rocket and Groot for Marvel Crisis Protocol. We're going to be having a little bit of building going on with this as well, because I am going to also put these guys together for you. Instead of just looking at everything, we're going to also unbox them and assemble them. And also we'll take a close look at the cards here. It looks like Groot is going on the bigger base, and we're going to get two big bases, and Rocket's going to be going on the smaller base. Imagine that. Whoops, that one fell right off. And we got the bigger base for Groot, and we've got a couple of sprues here. Looks like Rocket. I got screaming kids in the background too. Rocket is going to be pretty small, only a handful of pieces. Real small sprue for Rocket. Groot has a bigger sprue, but it doesn't look like he's got too many tiny pieces. So hopefully this will be an easy one to actually assemble. I dig that quite a bit, and I love how Rocket is standing on Groot's kind of leg or arm or whatever. That's actually really cool. We've got some cardboard and everything to take a look at, so let's go ahead and do that. All right, so first we're going to look at the cards here. We've got Groot up first, and there's not a whole lot to him. I am Groot. He's got 7 health. He moves real slow, though. Speed S for short. He has height 3, but he costs 3. He's got 4 physical defense, 3 energy, and 3 mystic. He's got a regular strike, which is pretty standard, 5 die strike at range 2. And then also at range 2, he's got I am Groot. And, of course, that one is before damage is dealt, you can throw them medium, which is nice. And that can be, there's no range restriction on this. So that one's really nice. So that's going to throw somebody no matter what, which is really cool. Like being able to throw anyone means you can throw somebody like Hulk into one of their own characters and really cause some damage because he's a big guy, right? After this attack is resolved, they gain the stagger special condition. So that's really going to hurt a big net. Like, this is a nasty, debilitating attack. This is an ultimately, like, let's take somebody out of the game for a round and maybe take 2 characters out if we kill somebody else with the throw. But that's what costs 6 energy. It's 8 dice on top of that. It's crazy. 6 energy is a lot, though, so you're only going to get that one off probably once a game, maybe twice a game. Especially since you're going to be spending your energy on Living Plant. Remove 3 damage from this character with spending 2. And Entangling Vines. Choose an enemy character within 3. It gains the Root special condition, and they will shout, I am Rooted. Okay, that's a dad joke. If we flip Groot over, you can see he's 7 health. He's going to stay 7 health. He's going to keep everything about the same. So I don't really think there's much that changes here. 4-2-3, 4-2-3, strike and I am Groot, and strike and I am Groot. It's cool, though. It looks like he's pretty much wounded right there. He's got some ash going in there. He looks, he's not happy. It would have been really cool if the art would have been Baby Groot. Like, he regrew, you know? So, like, he was down and now he's back, you know? But maybe they want Baby Groot to be a whole different character. I don't know. I thought that would have been pretty cool. All right. Next up is Rocket. Raccoon. Rocket Raccoon. He's only going to cost 2. He's our first height 1 character. I think he's our first. He's only got 3 health. He moves medium, and he's 2-2-3 for his defense. So he's not going to last very long, but of course he's only costing 2. Like other, like some other really cheap characters, he's not super fast either. So but he's got some really strong guns especially for a 2-cost character. So he's got his 0 cost is plasma rifle. His 0 cost is a range 5 and 5 die attack. So he's got tremendous range. He's like a little sniper, which is actually really cool. And he's got the Hadron Enforcer, which it costs 4, so it's expensive. It's a 7 die attack, also at range 5. And if you get the wild, it's got Vortex. Before damage is dealt, other enemy characters with range 2 of the character suffer damage and are pushed towards the character short. Which is, now pushed is different than being thrown, but yeah, that's insane. That looks really fun. He's got booby traps. When an enemy character ends a movement within range 3 of this character, the character may use this superpower. You can roll 4 dice, and the enemy character suffers the damage for each of the wild and orb exploding die revealed, which is nasty. He's got the personal bodyguard, which is free. When this character is the target of an attack, and you have Groot within range distance 1 of this character, you can use this superpower. The allied Groot becomes the target of the attack, regardless of range and line of sight. So now distance 1 is really close. They got to be almost on top of each other, but then, and then he's got small stature. He always benefits from cover, so he's always going to be able to turn one die to a block, unless of course he rolls all skulls. When we flip him over, I think he stays the same. I think so. He's still 3. He's got 2, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So so there is the backside of Rocket. Now we do have our cardboard here that we're gonna get. We've got some Groot tokens. Look at that. That's cool. And we've got we've got some cards here. So let's take a look at We Are Groot. Unaffiliated. So that was nice. Groot can spend 3 to play this card. Groot and allied characters within distance 4 remove 2 wounds. So that's a good, nice healing one. It's cheaper for Groot to heal himself, but if he wants to heal everybody else, he can do that. And Deadly Duo. During Rocket's activation, if he is within range 2 of Groot, both characters may spend 2 each to play this card. Rocket may immediately perform up to 3 plasma rifles attack. Each one must be target a different enemy character. That's nasty. That's nasty. Now, the thing is, he can perform up to 3 attacks, plasma rifle attacks. It doesn't. What makes me worry about this one is, like, does those count as his actions? Is that in addition to his ability to take action? Like, the logic makes me think, okay, he, instead of only 2 actions on his turn, he gets 3 actions. But sheesh, that's if that doesn't count as his actions, that's crazy. So I'm gonna have to, that's almost worthy of a question to Atomic Mass Games, because then he could be doing 5 attacks at range 5. Like if this doesn't count as his actions, that would be a little bit broken. So I think he's the attacks that he does do take up his actions, but he just gets the ability to take an extra action. That's my guess, but it isn't worded that way. It just says he may make up to attacks, and in other games, there's a difference between an attack and an attack action, and this one doesn't say actions. So I'm like, it sounds to me like, this is nuts. Granted, it's a 4 mana or 4 energy cost, so and then you also have to have Rocket and Groot, and you have to have them close to each other, and it has to be Rocket's activation. But if he can make 5 attacks, 3 from this and then 2 on his own, that's broken. That's insane. All right, we're going to go ahead and now move on to the sprues. So I'm going to clip these out, and we're going to build some of these minis. All right, so I've separated everything here. I've clipped out Rocket. I'm annoyed that they decided to make his nose a separate piece. It's like, and it's so small. Like, why would you do that? It's just, there we go. We got it in there now. But that just doesn't make much sense to me. Why would you have made his nose a separate piece? Dumb. Or inconvenient, at least. I'll say inconvenient. I got his tail there, his gun, his other arm here. Like, this is a guy that could have just been one mini. I really feel like he could have been. All right, I'll put some of this in here. We're going to put that up there. Let that dry for a minute before I glue the rest of it on. Oh, there we go. All right, so next is the gun, the big gun. That's going to go right there. And then we're going to put the arm on. And then his tail. Yeah, but he is just about done. All right, so there's Rocket all put together. Got his tail in. He's holding that big old gun. Next up, we're going to do Groot. All right, so I've punched out all of Groot, and I think one thing that drives me a little nuts here is that all these pieces look the same. So I'm like, wait, is this one that one? Is this one that one? Is this one that one? It's definitely not that one. I think you have to use process of elimination, because there's like No, I guess this, yeah, this one's that one, and then there's a little one that's going to go in here. So this is one of those opportunities where you're like, definitely dry fit everything. Like, all right, so that went together. Did that really have to be 2 pieces? I have no idea. No idea. They do this though, right? This is just one of the things that they do. Take 2 pieces that could easily be 1 piece, make them 2 pieces. At least the lines, if you have lines in between, they're going to fit normally because, hey, it's just it's cracked wood, right? So it's going to be a little more normal. I don't know. Is this? Oh, is this the chest? Like I couldn't even tell you. It looks like it's probably the chest, and that looks like that would dry fit pretty well in there. Does it even? There it goes. I guess that's the chest. Yeah. And then so we'll figure all of these out, and I'll keep putting it together. This one looks actually, there's no small bits in here, so this one actually looks pretty simple. Outside, you just got to use process of elimination to figure out which piece is next in the little guide. All right, everybody, we are done, and we've got Groot and Rocket built. Groot came out pretty easy. He was not that hard to put together, so that much is helpful. Also, a lot more forgiving with you know, with the gaps. If you had any, I think I had a little gap in between, like this part right there. But I mean, it's going to blend in naturally with paint and shade and all that stuff. So definitely one of the easier ones. The legs were a little tricky, kind of feeding them in just right. I had to kind of twist them a little bit and, you know, hold them until they, you know, fit in good. But Groot and Rocket together are doing well. All right, guys. Well, that is about it. I also in between takes, while I was waiting for stuff to dry, I did look online and found out that apparently Deadly Duo does indeed allow you to attack 5 times in theory with Rocket. So glass cannon. I mean, he's only got 3 health, so 1 good shot and he's toast. But you know, if you can keep him close to Groot and so our Groot can't guardian the attacks or whatever, that's gonna be nuts. I think I don't know, is it power creep, or do you think it's just a different play style because it's, you know, kind of rewarding a high risk, high payoff? I don't know, and I'm sure it's a card that could easily be countered with just spreading your guys apart. But yeah, it's and killing him. But if he gets to, you know, flip over and then activate first next turn, woo boy, that's something else. Well, all right, that's all I've got for you guys today. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and as always, have a great day. I am Groot.